There she is in those ears. What you doing, Rue? What the Rue doing?
I gotta get away, I don't know where to go.
You know what the handiest tool is that I found for this van life, van camping?
Motley Rue, where are you? It's time to hit the road now. Motley Rue, so much to do. Let's see where this day will go now. Rolling on down the highway, dog ears in the wind. Let's find another sweet surprise. Motley Rue, where are you? We're chasing every scenic view. Motley Rue, just me and you. Cruising in the van like we always do.
My tea finally cooled down enough that I could drink it. Still pretty warm, but cooled down enough. And it is very good. I do love Earl Grey tea. Beautiful countryside through here. This is a really pretty drive. So this kind of road I can handle. It relaxes me. Just cruise along through the hills, go through these little towns. You get to see America. There's a doggy in the window over here. There's a doggy next to. We're still on 70 East, and I guess this is Smithfield, Tennessee. Pretty dog. Rue's got her head buried back there in the corner of the door and the pillows. Can't see her today. She just looking out the window and snoozing. There's a historic downtown. Fiddler's Jamboree Crafts Festival. 4th of July. Mapco. Heard of that gas station. Mapco. I got 47 miles on this route. What is that? Bumpers. It looks like a Sonic. Catfish sandwich. Huh. Bet that's good. Bumpers Drive-In. Huh. Cool. I wonder how far 70 runs across Tennessee, if I can take this all the way. I'm coming back, if it runs all the way across the state. It's cooler in this area. I mean, well, the rain they've had, I guess it's cooled it down, but 80, 81 today. So that's a good thing. You know what the handiest tool is that I found for this van life, van camping such, is a grabber. this thing, oh my gosh, I use it more than anything else, I believe. You know, other than the fact I have short arms, it just comes in very handy. I can use it when I put my, it's like a second person for me when I put my windshield shade up. You know, it's always difficult to get it to stay up on the passenger side without having to go around and, you know, open the door and stick it up there. But with this, I can just push it up into the window on that side. I've put my takes a little bit of skill, but I have put my passenger window shade in with it, and I have figured out how to start the van while I'm in the back by holding the key in the grabber, putting it in the ignition. I can turn it with the grabber, start it up if I need to roll a window down or whatever without having to try to lean over the seat that's full of stuff and all the stuff I have piled up in the middle. So I can start the van and I can shut it off, and haven't dropped the keys yet, so I can use it. I've used it when I've had to climb in the back to use my potty when I couldn't find a bathroom and we were somewhere where it was too hot to shut the car off. So I leave the air running, but I don't trust somebody not trying to carjack my car while it's running, so I lock the doors and I've used my grabber to reach up once I get, I don't have an extra key fob, so, you know, the key fob's in the ignition with it running in the AC. The AC to be running, I have to lock it by hand, so I use my grabber to, once I get in the back, to reach up and hit the locks, lock it and unlock it. It is very handy. It is a must-have for me, van life. Bought a 2-pack on Amazon. I keep one at home and one in the van. So, simple little tool that makes life much easier when you're traveling solo. Turns back there. See if it keeps going. Oh my goodness. Let's keep it on the road, Lisa. No idea what the speed limit is, but there's no one behind me, so I can go slow. What are we crossing now? Caney Fork River. Oh, that's a pretty river. How green it is. Sorry you can't see it over the wall, but it's nice. It looks like a very nice, wide, pretty river. Now we're going to climb. I guess I'm getting into the mountains. I am headed due north. Rumble strips on the white line. to stop to potty. Oh, my ears just popped. Campground Grill. I bet there are some campgrounds around here. I'd have to look at this on the trip back. Did I say that lake was? Caney Fork. Look up Caney Fork Campgrounds. Caney Fork River Campgrounds. 78. Yes, nice and cool. Well, indeed, look at that. This could be a very possible place to stop. Are you okay, baby? Do you have to go poop? Do you have to go poop? Huh? You want Mama stop so you can go poop? No poop this morning. You gotta go poop? You never hardly ever tell Mama when you gotta do something. You just wait till I stop and you go. You have to go poop. What happened to your bone? You were chewing. Where's the Rue? Rue, she's more over there. Oh, she's way over there behind the headrest. She's way over there behind the headrest. Peeled Chestnut. Unincorporated town called Peeled Chestnut. This is. Unincorporated, what did I say? Unincorporated. Peeled Chestnuts. White County. Veterans Memorial Highway. And in this section. But I still have, it's the Purple Heart Trail. I still have 30-some miles to go before I turn again. Motley Rue thinks I'm talking to her all the time. Why are you looking at me like that, poor baby? Oh my goodness, why is she looking at me like that? Look at this. What is she doing? Look at that look. Can you see her? There she is, those ears. What you doing, Rue? What the Rue doing? She want to get out. Tired of driving. I wish you were driving. I wish you could drive. Mommy didn't have to do all the driving. Ay. It probably is time for a stretch. Look on the map, see what we got coming up ahead. Somewhere to deliver, stretch your legs, and let Rue potty. So we just got into Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Went through a really pretty little town. Little. Don't know how big it is. Called Oliver Springs. I mean, the part I drove through, it looked just like a nice little small town. But I had gotten on the I-40 for a while, and then it started slamming down, and people just can't drive, and nerves couldn't take it anymore. Had to back off on the back roads. So it's been pretty good, just 2-lane state road for the last hour or so. And just now we're headed back, I think, towards the interstate. We're just past Knoxville because I want to stop at Buc-ee's. And there's a Buc-ee's there, I think, past Knoxville. That is the plan, but this is called Oak Ridge, and I'm wondering if this is where the Oak Ridge Boys came from. Maybe where they got their name? Anybody knows who the Oak Ridge Boys are or were? Don't know if they're still alive or singing, but I used to like the Oak Ridge Boys. Anyway, that's all. Guess where we're going? It's on the sign. Buc-ee's. I just have to stop at Buc-ee's, where I'm going to lose an hour. I think I only have a couple hours left from here to get to Campground. And been seeing the big road signs that I-40 is shut down about 40 miles east of here. Getting into North Carolina, so they're rerouting all the traffic on some other routes. You made it. Everybody going to Buc-ee's? You made it, son. I have to get the Buc-ee's. Crazy roundabout way to get in here. Buc-ee's Boulevard. Make it a maze to get into Buc-ee's. Going to Buc-ee's. No trucks. Kind of a maze to get in there. Boy, it's busy. Busy Buc-ee's. Okay, Rue, where are we gonna park? We're gonna go over this way. I actually think we're gonna park right here on the end. Put the sun behind us. Get in here straight. There's a nice breeze. It's not too warm. And I really This place currently is a zoo. Just look at the number of people. It's crazy. From Buc-ee's, I traveled just a short way on I-40 to where it merged with I-81 North. I was on I-81 North for just over an hour to get to my destination around Bristol, Tennessee. It was around 9 p.m. when I got to this area. I made a quick pit stop for gas and a bathroom break in Bluff City, Tennessee, and I was supposed to be only 20 miles from my reserved campsite, which was at Little Oak Campground off of South Holston Lake in the Cherokee National Forest. Instead of Google Maps following the main route to the entrance of the park, which would have been a longer drive on the main route, it decided to route me on some scary back roads through dark hollows to a very rough dirt forest road that was not made for a minivan. About a quarter of a mile past the National Forest sign, while I was straddling boulders in the road, my headlights started to dim repeatedly and it began to storm. I passed what appeared to be an abandoned car just left on the road and started to get a little freaked out. Google said I had another 5 miles or so to go and that it would take over 30 minutes to drive that. I had no cell service. So I said, nope, not doing it, and turned around on the narrow dirt and heavily forested road and headed back down that dirt road. Of course, Google kept trying to turn me around to follow the route it was on, and with no cell service, I wasn't able to put in another location, so I had to try to remember the route out of that hollow. Obviously, I got a bit turned around and ended up going in the opposite direction when I got to the main road. And when I got to the main road, I made a right instead of a left that would have taken me back to that gas station I had stopped at, where I probably could have spent the night. But being that I made a right, I went, I don't know how far out of my way, eventually pulled over at a gas station that was closed, but it was kind of sketchy, so I didn't want to stay there, and was able to get cell service and find a Walmart that wasn't very far from that location. So I ended up making it to the Walmart parking lot about 11 o'clock, about 2 hours after what should have been only about a 20-25 minute drive to my campsite. It took me 2 hours to find a place to park for the night. And this is what, after looking at the maps, what I found that I had driven. So I started out from the gas station, the pit row wine and liquor on the left side of the screen, and went south down around, followed that back roads through the hollows to the little road that juts off to the right. That was the forest road, and you can see where the blue line ends is where I stopped to turn around. The red line would have been the distance I would have had to drive. That would have been another 30 minutes or so to drive that up to the campground. So when I turned back around, right there where it says Hickory Tree, instead of making a left and going back the way I came, I ended up making a right, going all the way up to where you see on the far right, the little purse symbol was the store that I stopped at to try to get my bearings, and was able to pull up a map and see what I was close to, which there was really nothing in that area. But I did see the Walmart, wasn't too far away. I think that was another 20 minutes or so from that point. So I followed the lighter blue line up and around and basically came back right close to where I started. So I ended up doing a big loop. Took me almost 2 hours to do. And then the last stretch there going to the Walmart was more of a main, like 4-lane road that was easier to see, but lessons learned. Don't try to find camp after dark.